Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the McDonCast, the funnest podcast in town.
The only podcast around. We have a great show lined up for you guys. Let's just get a brief rundown here. We got the Nintendo Mini Direct. We got a bunch of different announcements, a bunch of games from third-party studios coming to the Switch in the next few months. We got TV, we got a trailer for Harley Quinn, we got Obi-Wan news, we got Hocus Pocus news, we got Marvel news, we got Lightyear and Obi-Wan series reviews. We got so much for you guys this week. It's going to be a good one.
And don't expect much input from Patrick because he forgot his microphone.
And there was no episode 68 that doesn't exist.
Over here, I think it gets me good enough.
Yeah, 68 we scrapped because everything got messed up. So it's
that's right. Don't ask about it. Never ask about it again.
But now we get to celebrate 69 subscribers and
69
at the same time. It's the 69 special.
Mm-hmm.
And Tucker's back.
Now
But he was never gone.
I was never gone, Max. What are you
That's
talking
true.
I'm
about?
not gonna push this out to anybody now.
Numbers don't
That's
matter.
true.
Alrighty, starting things off
They weren't going to do it before.
with the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase. Tucker, I didn't actually see this. What do we got?
Okay, so normally these are like 10 minutes long and pretty terrible. So it was a shock to have about a 35-minute mini direct with actual good quality games announced for the Switch, all from third parties. So they started off the show with Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. This was the expansion DLC we already knew about from a previous direct, I think the last one maybe, or the one before that. But, you know, it's a Monster Hunter Rise expansion. It's got new weapons, new locations, new monsters, and a new difficulty mode. It's going to launch on June 30th, and they also announced that they have a giant extra content roadmap already planned out for Monster Hunter Rise, so it's going to get years of support going forward. And then after that, they announced Nier Automata, the End of Yorha edition, which will release on Nintendo Switch October 6th. It's going to include all of the game's DLC, and will have new exclusive costumes for the Switch version.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a long-anticipated port that we're finally getting on Switch. It's been a while.
Alrighty.
Then they announced a new game called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes from the developer of Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
They're describing it as a new take on puzzle adventure games coming to Nintendo Switch as a timed exclusive in 2023.
Okay.
This one does look kind of weird. Then they moved on to another new game, Super Bomberman R2, which is a sequel to Super Bomberman R.
One of the launch titles for the Switch.
Yes, and it's all new. It's an all new game. The selling point of this one is a new game mode called Castle Mode, in which one player takes on 15 others at once. 15 people are trying to acquire a treasure at like the center of the map, and then they have one guy who's trying to fend them all off. Then they announced another collection, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. It's going to include all 10 GBA games. It's going to come to Switch in 2023, and the collection will also include 1,000 pieces of illustrations and concept art and 150 songs. And then, we're moving on. We have a remaster, Pac-Man World Repack, which is a completely remastered version of the original Pac-Man World, which is from like 20 years ago now. It's going to launch on August 26th, so pretty soon. Then they announced a wholly new Nintendo Switch exclusive from Gearbox called Blank.
Interesting.
Or Blanc. It's a buddy adventure game starring a fawn and a wolf cub. It's a textless adventure puzzle game focused on local and online co-op.
What does textless mean?
No text.
There's no, like, none of the dialogue spoken, and there's no dialogue, basically.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Like, there's no, like, instructions.
Yeah, alright.
It's going to launch as a Switch exclusive, as I said, in 2023. If you do want to pull up the trailer for this one, you can. This one actually looks really, really cool.
Alrighty.
And it's weird that there's, like, any game studio developing a exclusive for Switch at all.
Besides Nintendo.
Well, in terms of third parties, because they rarely do it.
This one here?
Yes. Sam's pulling up the trailer now for our visual watchers.
Do we have to
Oh,
read
that's
it?
loud.
That's very loud.
There we go.
So yeah, it's got this really neat like hand drawn
Yeah, that's cool looking.
pencil like art style. Like everything looks like it was like doodled in a notebook. It's got two little cute animals who are friends.
Or
They
maybe
don't look
not
like
friends.
They look like enemies.
They don't
Now they're
start
friends.
Maybe
as
they'll
friends.
become
They
friends.
become friends because they both want to walk across a big snowy forest. So you can tell what kind of puzzles you got here. See, like the fox can't get
So it's
across,
like a
but
puzzle-
the deer
It's like a puzzle platformer.
can be a bridge.
Oh my god.
And then he kills the fox.
So do you play as
Then
both
he
characters?
It's a co-op game, so one of you plays as the fox and one. of
Oh,
you
are these the
plays as
people that made It Takes Two? Or
No.
is that? Okay.
This is Gearbox. Gearbox makes like Borderlands. So this is a weird change of pace, but it does look kind of neat.
You can tell it's kind of like that same 3D, 2D over it art style as
Yeah,
Borderlands.
obviously. It's got the thick outlines.
Mhm.
See, look, now they're friends. There is a little bit of gameplay at the end of this, I think. Yeah. Game and development.
Doesn't look like it's
I
running
think they're about to
so
show.
high.
Yeah, there it is.
It looks alright.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
The visuals aren't.
I might play it. It looks
fantastic.
fun.
The puzzle, like, it looks like an interesting.
It looks
game.
cute.
It does look very cute.
If this comes out in like December, it's like a fun play it inside winter game. That might.
Yeah, this seems like a $15, sort of like Goose. Like
Yeah,
the
if this
Goose-
is anything
Untitled
more
Goose
than
game.
$20 or $30, I don't think so. But it does look fun for now.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. The visuals kind of remind me of, like, Pokemon-esque visuals. Like, not the hand-drawn, but, like, the...
Like
What
the,
about
the
this looks
textures?
Like Pokemon?
yeah, what are you talking
No, I
about?
mean, like, the textures look kind of like
What?
similar. Okay, never mind.
No, this really reminds me of Sonic Frontiers and Morbius.
Morbius.
I think he means like the open world parts.
I think he's trying, yeah.
No, like, the... Yeah.
Anyway,
All
fun
right,
game.
That's
Moving
interesting.
on.
Yeah.
Then they talked about Return to Monkey Island, which we already knew about. But what we did not know is that it's coming out. It's going to be a timed exclusive on Switch, which is kind of fun and neat.
All right. Interesting. Interesting.
And then they showed a little bit more gameplay for Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which we obviously got announced last year. They're gonna hold Ubisoft themselves will be holding their own like showcase tomorrow, June 29th. When this comes out, it'll have already happened. But the game itself is going to launch October 20th. Pre-orders are already available. Then they showed a trailer for an anime game, and then they showed Railgrade, which is Roller Coaster Tycoon, but with real trains this time. Sam, you remember Roller Coaster Tycoon?
With trains,
Like, yeah. So
What-
instead of building a theme park, you're just building like a train.
like a train station. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gosh, this game is so fun.
So instead of having roller coasters that drive into volcanoes, you can have trains that drive into volcanoes.
No, because you have to get your orders out on time.
What?
What? What do you mean?
Because you don't want to mess up the order.
On the train?
Mm-hmm. You gotta get the train to where it needs to go, or else they'll
So
fire
wait, you
you.
just like build a straight track, like a curve,
What
like
if
a
it has to go
track.
through mountains?
You gotta build a bunch of like a million tracks because you have a million trains going
That's
at once
so
to different places.
dumb.
Anyway, and then they just announced that The Legend of Wright is coming to Switch August 18th. That's already out on Xbox. Sonic Frontiers, they showed more footage of that.
Yes.
Does it look any better?
No.
All right,
In fact,
that's
it
good
looks
to know.
worse.
That's fun. We
There's
love
like
that.
the pre-rendered cutscenes have like pop-in.
How?
Don't know.
All right.
And then they showed this really weird game called Disney Dreamlight Valley, which, do you remember Stardew Valley?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's that, but with Disney and Pixar characters, and it's in 3D.
Is it made by the same
3D?
studio?
No, it's made by a game. It's made by like a mobile game developer.
Okay, so it will not.
It's another one of those things where you can tell it was like they made a mobile game, and then they were like, "Well, why don't we just put it on Switch as well?" They were like, "Yeah, sure."
I hate
And
the,
so they pretend it's a real video game.
I hate the mobile games on Switch. It's like
I love
it's
them.
just not meant to be there. It just like messes up the.
I love filler. Anyway,
Alrighty. Any Live Alive coming out still? I think didn't we already know this?
yeah, this was
Switch?
announced a while
Yeah.
ago, but they released a new demo today.
Didn't they already have a demo too?
I think this one's longer.
Okay, so it's a
You know how
extended
Square,
demo?
whenever they make these like the Octopath Traveler style games, they have demos that are like 15 hours long. Yeah, they did one of those again.
Oh, is it like
Interesting.
Dragon
then-
Quest?
What?
Like the demo? Because it was like super long. The Dragon Quest demo.
Yeah. What about it?
Never mind.
Okay. Max, you might need to hold the microphone to your face.
Okay.
And then they announced Doraemon: Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom.
That's a title.
Yeah. So you know Story of Seasons, right? Formerly Harvest Moon.
Yes.
So it's a crossover between that and Doraemon, which is the big
The
light-
cat.
Yeah, the cat.
Okay.
Basically, it's a Harvest Moon game, but you just play as Doraemon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Then they showed off Minecraft Legends, just a little bit more footage and a 2023 release window for Switch. Then they showed off a Dragon Quest spinoff, Dragon Quest Treasures, which is focused on befriending monsters and collecting treasures on a new mysterious island. That's also launching in 2023. Then they announced that Portal Companion Collection is out today on Nintendo Switch. And then they announced Harvestella. This is another Square Enix
So wait,
thing.
Portal 1 and 2 are on Switch? I mean, that's pretty...
Yeah, Portal 1 and 2 are on Switch
That's
now.
cool.
Yeah. They announced Harvestella, which is a Square Enix game about fighting, farming, and forming friendships across 4 seasons before descending into a mysterious 5th season, one of death. It's a simulation role-playing game expected to be out on November 4th. And then they close out the show with an announcement for a game that should have been put on Switch 5 years ago, Persona 5. Persona 5 Royal is finally coming to Switch on October 21st. And along with that, they announced that Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable are also going to launch in the system sometime soon.
So Persona 5 is finally coming to Switch.
Yes, after 5 years of for no reason not coming to Switch.
That's
Because it was a game that ran on PS3.
way too late, but okay. Thanks, I guess.
I'll take it over it never getting Persona 5.
that's...
It was stupid when we had Joker in Smash Bros. In 2019, and it took them almost 4 full years to get the game he's from on the console.
Yeah, and the spin-off game also.
They got the spin-off game on there first.
That's arguably more demanding. Okay, anyway. On to TV news. We have the trailer for Harley Quinn Season 3. Should I pull that up?
Sure.
You know how
Alrighty.
much I love it.
Harley Quinn Season
My
3.
favorite show.
I thought this show was over, but I guess
Nope, they got a milk.
it's not.
It's on HBO now.
Oh, look, Sam, Harley Quinn funny. Harley Quinn do funny.
Wasn't it on HBO Max before? I thought it was an exclusive.
now, but it was on DC
No,
Universe.
Oh, right. Forgot that existed.
Mm-hmm.
How could you forget about such an important platform?
So is it? What's the story? Because we can't unmute it, obviously.
I don't really know.
Is it just that they're like
I think
everything's happy now?
And they're just goofing off, I guess.
All right.
I'm guessing they ran out of stuff because they probably.
I know James Gunn is in it,
Yeah.
like as himself.
That really doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they kind of finished off all their story arcs in the last season, but I mean,
I think they kind of produced the the second season as like a. This could be the final one because they were definitely expecting the network to shut down and them never making the third season, and then now they are. So I don't really know what they're planning on doing here.
I'm guessing they didn't either. So.
But it looks like more of the Harley Quinn show. A show I admit is good, but I did not finish because I got busy doing other things and I never came back to finish it.
I like King Shark. He's cool. I don't like
Sam, you watched the first 2 seasons, right?
yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's a fun show. I don't really know what the point of the third season is because again, they kind of finished off all their stuff, but yeah, it is what it is. Alrighty, what's Old Man?
See,
That Jeff Bridges Hulu show.
Oh, is that it?
It's been renewed for season 2.
All right.
See, I think we should start removing stuff like that because
A
no one knows
CGI
what it is.
Caillou reboot is in the works at Paramount Plus. Sam
Yeah, I
is,
saw a picture
Of
of
course.
this.
there's images of this if you want to pull them up.
Is it
Yeah, it
3D?
looks weird.
Yeah, it's 3D. It's CGI.
I never thought, I want to see Caillou in 3D.
I never thought I want to see Caillou.
Just period.
Mhm.
Let
How
alone
do you
in
even
3D.
spell Caillou?
No, but all the kids are gonna be like, "Wow,
That's
mom,
not
now
it.
I can watch Caillou."
That's not even close, Sam.
Oh, whatever. It's a thing. It exists. Look it up.
You
I don't know.
Really care enough to look it up.
It's on Paramount Plus. I mean, no one's gonna watch it anyways. Also, it's Caillou. Everyone already hates Caillou.
which is baffling to me why they're bringing it back.
I used to
Yeah.
like Caillou.
You did?
Yeah,
Big fan.
big fan.
When did it get canceled?
It ran for like ever. It was on PBS until ever. It probably still runs.
I think it stopped like a couple years ago.
They probably just play reruns now.
Same with Arthur. Arthur also ended. Sam, please read the next one so I can.
You got food in my mouth.
See, you've been eating this
Oh,
whole
no.
time, and I've had to read everything now.
Alrighty, the Obi-Wan
Well, they
TV show.
At least I gave him a hat.
Oh, so he's not bald?
Yeah.
The Obi-Wan TV show was originally planned as a film trilogy, but because Disney Plus because of Solo, they decided to rework it into a Disney Plus series. I think that was smart. I don't think this would have been made any sense as a trilogy of
It
movies.
would have made sense as one movie.
Is that trilogy?
Yeah.
I think it would have been.
How would this have ever been a trilogy?
There was like
How in the
barely
world was
enough.
there
to-
enough stuff to make it?
Yeah,
so?
that makes no sense.
I think
I feel like that's a lie.
Yeah.
Or the middle movie would be.
one of the writers of the show said that.
Yeah, but he must be stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems off.
He would have been working on the movie version of the thing beforehand.
Yeah, but there's a clear reason. Like, I think they were working on it, but I don't think they were working on it.
Well,
for
I
that.
think they probably planned out one movie, which would have been basically the show we got, and then the whole trilogy would probably have focused on like the underground Jedi Railroad concept
I
more.
bet they would have done the Qui-Gon thing. They would have
Yeah, Qui-Gon probably would have actually been in it.
Yeah. Alrighty, well,
Reva maybe would have had a plan that made sense.
yeah.
See, you can see that as like she's the villain of the first two movies, I guess, and then the twist in the third one would have been that she was trying to kill Vader the whole
Apparently
time.
In the finale, she wasn't originally supposed to be redeemed. Like, she was supposed to be dead after the Vader stabbing thing,
Which probably would have
and
been.
then they
better,
brought her
honestly.
back so that they could complete her arc.
Yeah.
And so she could pop up in future Star Wars
Things.
content.
Yes.
Sam, we're just blowing through content today. Can Pat actually? You know who never reads news?
Me.
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick, well, he doesn't have a mic
I
today.
don't have a mic.
Alrighty, well, in movie news, we got movie news this week. 13 Lives releases August 5th on Prime Video. What's 13 Lives?
This is a Ron Howard movie.
Yay.
What is it about? What is it?
I forget. I remembered when I put it
Maybe it's
on
about a
here.
cat who gets 4 extra lives.
Maybe.
Maybe it's like the opposite of 13 Reasons Why.
Okay.
A rescue mission is assembled in Thailand where a group of young boys and their soccer coach are trapped in a system of underground caves that are flooding.
That sounds bad.
That sounds
Directed
very
by Ron Howard.
Is it about when the one where Elon Musk was going to give him a submarine or whatever?
This is Elon Musk.
What?
He's like, here's
Is
a
it- is
Oh,
it-
remember that happened where those like kids from the soccer team were like stuck in the cave?
Is it a horror movie?
2018 Tham Luang Cave Rescue.
Yeah, that.
Was
They
it
didn't end
Elon
up
Musk?
using it.
Let me
but
see if
he
Elon
offered
Musk
to.
did. He's in the Wikipedia article.
He definitely is.
SpaceX chief executive Elon Musk and engineers from two of his companies designed a kid-sized submarine as a provided medical personnel and other technical assistance to rescue efforts.
Yeah, that. They didn't end up using it, but it was one of the things.
It was a
that
backup
It was part
plan.
of the situation.
They didn't. Yeah,
Just
they
in
didn't.
case we need it.
I-
We got
I-
Elon's
I want to know if he's in the
submarine.
movie now. Is there someone playing Elon Musk?
This is Elon Musk.
No.
No Elon?
Although Viggo Mortensen, Colin Farrell, and Joel Edgerton are in it. Are you interested now?
No.
No, not really.
Comes out August 5th on Prime Video.
All right. Well,
Does it interest you if it's under 2 hours and you can watch it for free?
Man, everybody
not
will be
really.
like,
I
wow.
still don't think I'm gonna watch it.
Everybody will be like, I just finished The Boys.
But it's Ron Howard.
Now I can watch 13
Yeah, but he does
Lives.
funny, not rescue
Does he
cave
do funny?
operation normally.
The Solo funny?
Well, no, but that's because it
He
was.
tried
Was
to.
Grinch funny?
No, but it was trying to be funny.
He's good at trying to be funny.
Yeah. Hocus Pocus 2 coming out September 30th on Disney Plus. Didn't this get announced like years ago?
Why in September?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Why is it just now coming out?
Because they just now filmed it.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess with COVID and everything, that kind of makes sense.
There's a trailer for it if you want to pull it up.
Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah, they're trying to make it like look spooky. But it's like a comedy, so it's more Hocus Pocus. They're all old now.
They were old before. They're witches.
Now they're older. Like the actors are
Actors
old.
older.
That should be the subtitle of like every one of these types of movies where they bring everyone back after 30 years. Like Hocus Pocus 2, they're old now. Star Wars Episode 7, they're old now. 'Cause that's all it is. It's just rehashing all the same stuff, but everyone's elderly.
Oh, it's about 3 girls.
No, it's different. It's a
Look at the
story.
CGI cat.
That was a real cat.
I never
No,
watched
it
the
wasn't.
first one.
No, it wasn't. They wouldn't dare use a real cat. You know why they don't use real animals anymore?
Animal cruelty.
It's not even because it's like
It doesn't
PETA?
even look real, though.
it's not even because it's like cheaper. It's because then they can avoid all the animal safety laws. Then they don't have to deal with all that. They can just animate the cat
Setting
in.
it on a counter?
Max,
like-
there's like no all the restrictions for using animals in anything is like stupid complicated.
That's dumb.
You have to have like 4 animal trainers on set.
Like, yeah, we'll just
It has to have a break like every 15
We'll
minutes.
just animate it.
That's so
And then
dumb.
you have to teach it to like act in certain scenes. You have to feed it. It's so much easier just to not feed or train or treat the animator well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Top Gun used real planes, so...
So
Yeah,
That's a
but
good
those
point.
are planes, and they're not alive.
Yeah,
But they didn't have to
way more.
They didn't have to give the planes
they didn't
food.
have to. Yeah, they didn't have to
They
have the.
have to pay for jet fuel.
The planes didn't have to take a nap.
Yeah, but
All right. Well,
Sam, are you excited for more Hocus Pocus?
I never even saw the first one. I've only seen the Nostalgia Critic review.
I've seen about the first 5 minutes
Actually,
of the
did you watch
first one.
Hocus Pocus?
I know that one song from Hocus Pocus and nothing else.
It's always fun to get like
Come, little
family-friendly
children.
Halloween stuff, even if it's mostly garbage.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, in announcements, we got the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, which will release exclusively in theaters on December 20th, 2023.
Why
What
December?
do you want to bet they call it Ghostbusters?
It'll be a Christmas-themed one.
Post-Afterlife?
Ghostbusters after
It'll be called the
Afterlife.
Ghost of Christmas. Pick one.
What?
It'll be
Ghostbusters, Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah,
Are they
whatever
making a
one,
Christmas
yeah.
movie?
Would it? Why would it be? I could see it being
because it's coming out December 20th.
Yeah, that's
And
weird. That's
that's
a
a
fast
ghost
turnaround
thing.
too.
When did the last
Because
one
like
come
they're
out?
still writing it now, and it's summer of 2022. Like they're probably gonna have to
Well, that's
film
weird.
the whole thing like next year. So, but yeah, if it's got this date, I don't even know if it will tie into Christmas because it's so close to it. Like Christmas movies usually come out in November so they can play for the whole season. Like if you're releasing it 5 days before Christmas, you're just trying to capitalize on like Christmas Day box office.
Yeah.
But it's a Ghostbusters movie. It should come out in October.
Maybe it's a January themed
Yeah,
I
Ghost-
think it'll be a Ghost of Christmas something like
a
that.
Ghostbusters movie has never come out in October. Or September, for that matter.
Well, usually they don't take place on Halloween.
But they're movies about hunting ghosts. Obviously, that
Yeah.
alone ties into Halloween.
That's true.
But like usually, 1, 2, and the 2016 one all came out in June. And then Afterlife came out at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
So, like,
Afterlife should have come out in the summer because it was like a summer movie. Like it was.
they
being
delayed
around
it
summer.
for coronavirus. That's why, Max.
They wanted it to
A
make
month?
all the money.
And then it made some money. And then they made another one.
Yeah.
Will Paul Rudd come back? That's the real
Well, this is
question.
like the
I would
only
bet yes.
sequel, series that's around right now that is actually worth watching and is good. Like Jurassic World was not good.
Okay, if Jurassic World is its comparison, then yes, this is
The
Citizen
Star Wars
Kane.
sequel trilogy, like
There's
compared
no
to
Top
those,
Gun Maverick, Patrick.
There's no
Okay.
Star Wars movies coming out right now.
that's
Scream
like it's a
5,
good movie.
Patrick.
Scream 5. needs to be
Halloween
burned.
Kills, Patrick.
Halloween
Those are
Kills is not very
terrible.
good. Yeah, these are all pretty.
This is its
movies.
competition.
I would rather watch Ghostbusters than all of those.
I would
movies.
too, but if they can manage a sequel that can even remotely somewhat stand on its own, it will probably be better than Afterlife. Just because it will have anything happening in it that isn't just a reference to something that happened before.
I think Afterlife handled the references okay though.
There was just too many of them.
I mean, it was
But
fine.
It was like every 5 seconds.
it was
They were like, look, it's a collection of mold, spores, and fungus. Do you remember that
Remember
one
when he
line?
says that once?
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
he's got a wrapper for a Snickers bar in his coat because he ate a Snickers bar on screen one
Remember that
time.
It's still there. It's still in there.
It's still, he never took it out.
Yeah.
That's just kind of
But I mean-
gross.
Some of
Egon
that,
was a gross man.
to some extent, the movie is about that, though. It's about the like references and fan service. Like
Tyler, can you pass me the bag?
the story, to some extent, is literally fan service.
Which is fine if they want to do that, but there's just so much that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
You want nuggets in it?
Like, I do like the parts, like, I like the new, like, fun ideas that they have in that movie a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I like the part in that movie where, like, Egon is possessing a lamp.
Yeah.
And, like, that's how he's, like, that's fun.
That was way more creative than him, like, just
But
being
when
a
she
ghost
slides
is
down
done.
a fire pole to get into his basement that he only
Yeah, wow,
has
that would make
because
no
he
sense.
used to be in a firehouse,
Yeah.
and that's so impractical, why would you have that?
Phoebe was a good character, though. And Finn Wolfhard was there.
That's
He was
true,
there.
He
He
was
was
there.
not a character.
He was just there.
He was boy.
He was like, roller skating girl.
Yeah, alrighty.
Boy and girl were the worst characters in that.
Well, Emma Roberts joins Madam Web.
They keep adding to their Madam Web cinematic opus.
Is this movie even ever going to come out?
Yes, it's got a date for next year. It's got a cast. It's got a director.
Yeah, but like, can they cancel it?
I have
Like,
a feeling
why
it's
is
gonna
this
get
movie
delayed and then
Cancel it.
canceled.
Like, this does not need to
Well,
happen.
maybe if we rub our toes together, it will get canceled.
What?
That makes no sense.
Let me look up the Madam Web.
What do you even
It's
say?
gonna get canceled.
We've been filming all day, and everyone here is very tired.
Yeah.
Well, except for Sam.
Except for Sam.
He
Well,
was
I
not
was-
filming.
Yeah,
What? What
Anyway.
were you doing? Hmm?
I was busy today.
Uh-huh.
Can I read the next thing? I'm gonna read the next
Alrighty,
thing.
yeah.
Let me
Go
read
ahead,
you
Max.
this cast for Madam Web, Sam, and you tell me what their strategy is. Dakota Johnson from 50 Shades of Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria.
Yay.
Isabella Merced and Emma Roberts. Can you see what they're going at here, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
Their Venom didn't. Jared Leto didn't work, and so now they're playing.
What's Madam? Is Madam Web a Sony?
In the comic, she is an elderly disabled woman,
But it's a
Those are my
Sony.
characters.
and it's a Sony movie. And then she's gonna be a hot, cool person.
She's like tied into the like spider multiverse thing. Like,
She has a big, like, she has like a big
she's like
web.
the god of the Spider Verse.
Got, like a big web of time and dimensions, and
Yeah.
her job is to like just like sit next to it.
They
It's
got
like if
pretty
you made
hot
a-
cast, though.
Well, what do you think their plan is? They were like, well, obviously we can't sell them on the concept or storyline or tie-ins
How do you think
with our multiverse, so we'll just put
How
a
do
bunch
you
of
think
hot people on
Suicide
screen.
Squad, the first one, and Birds of Prey got viewership. It's the same.
No,
reason.
Patrick, it's because
the
they
same
loved
reason-
David Ayer.
Same reason people will go to see this movie.
Alrighty. Marvel Studios will return to San Diego Comic-Con in July.
So now we know when they're going to actually announce things that have already been filmed.
Yeah.
So when we pull up their, this is what I thought we'd talk about for like most of the show, since Sam is determined to go home in the next 15 minutes. So I thought I'd pull up what we do know is coming, what we assume is coming, and then like stuff they've already made but are refusing to acknowledge exists.
Yeah.
So if you guys would fill time while I slowly type this into my computer.
So is this phase 4 or phase 5?
We're wrapping up
Or is
phase
this
4,
like,
I guess.
are we beginning phase 5? Is that what this is going to be about?
Okay, so Thor: Love and Thunder was the last movie in phase 4 that they talked about last time there was a Comic-Con, which was 2019.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago. But after that, they announced Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is still supposed to come out in November, but I doubt it'll make that date. Because as far as I know, I think they either just finished or are still shooting that movie. Like, they're cutting it close. They had a bunch, obviously they've had like every single thing in the world work against them, so
Yeah.
I don't really blame them. But I think that movie will probably switch dates with something else. But we know that Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania comes out in February. We know Guardians 3 comes out in May, and we know The Marvels comes out in July. And that's it for movies. And then in terms of shows, we have, let's see, She-Hulk comes out in September or August.
So this is probably going to be the beginning of the phase 5 stuff. Is
They're
what
going
I'm
to start.
assuming.
I think it's mostly just going to be like announcing stuff we already are assume they're working on.
Yeah, well, because
I think they're going to roll out the Fantastic Forecast.
I think we'll get a Fantastic Four cast, and I think we'll get
And I think they'll announce who their director is because John Watts quit.
And I think we'll get a trailer for Marvels. We'll get a trailer for one of the or maybe Wakanda Forever. One of the movies
probably
that we
Black
haven't seen
Panther
anything from.
if it's
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, but we know they're doing that Halloween special, which is already shot. So they're
The
definitely,
Werewolf by Night one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which they
And
haven't
everyone
even
will see
again
that
title
one.
a title. I'm sorry. Fry in my throat. Which they haven't even titled yet, but you know, it's coming out in October, so they're gonna have to
Called
confirm its
Marvel
existence.
Howling at the Moon.
So
I don't think
yeah,
any person
for
knows
Disney Plus
what
for the rest of the year, we have Miss Marvel's gonna wrap up in July, like halfway through. The Halloween special is gonna be in October. We're getting the Guardians Christmas special in December, and then we have She-Hulk, which will be the last show of the year in August. But that's gonna be 9 episodes long.
Yeah.
But those are all going to be half hour. And then we know that there's 3 other series likely to come out next year, which is Secret Invasion, which is already in post, Ironheart, which is filming now, and Armor Wars, which hasn't started filming yet.
Yeah.
But then after that, we don't even know what the Disney Plus shows are going to be.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we'll see less Disney Plus shows in the next phase.
I think they're
I
going to...
kinda
Just because
hope
I
so.
think they went too heavy into those this phase.
I think they're going to, like... Because, you know, Disney has their own convention in September, I think.
Yeah, D23.
I think they'll split the announcements where we'll get most of the movies at Comic-Con. And then all the shows they're doing will be at Disney Day. Because that's also a big Disney Plus marketing event mainly.
Yeah.
And they're going to want the Disney Plus content to be on there.
I think what Disney needs to realize is that not every series needs to be a series. Like, Hawkeye could have been a movie. She-Hulk,
Hawkeye just didn't even need to be made.
yeah, I mean, it really had nothing to do at all.
It didn't really add
it
anything
doesn't add
to-
anything.
Like, Kate Bishop could have been introduced in, like, 4 seconds in, like, any of the movies. And just been like, you know, she's my apprentice. Everyone would have been like, okay, cool, we get it. We understand the vibe.
But people like that comic, though.
Yeah. But it, like, didn't even have that much to do with that comic.
Sam Kingpin showed up.
For, like, 2 seconds and did nothing and then died immediately.
We're teasing the Daredevil revival, which will likely get announced at their Disney
Yeah,
Plus TV
that
show.
I'm expecting will get announced
But,
probably.
Are the
in terms of-
series less expensive than the movies?
I
They
think-
cost slightly less.
Yeah, I don't know. They can't be that much
The
less.
shows cost like $150 million. The movies at this point cost like anywhere from $200 to $300 million.
No, because, like, Endgame was $300 million. Like, that's only for the big,
Endgame was
big ones.
Endgame was $300 million. It was like $500 million.
Well, but I mean to make it, not counting marketing.
But no, Endgame costs way more than that.
Yeah, well, that's the number we were given.
Because they were like, because Joker made more profit than Endgame did.
No,
and Endgame
profit is a
made-
ratio, though. It's not a like blanket amount of money.
I don't know. I think they should just
It costs more than they said. I'm less all.
make some of the series that they plan to make in the movies.
Patrick, what do you think they're going to announce?
About what?
Marvel.
About the Marvel things.
Oh, that there's gonna be probably more movies to come.
All right, thanks,
All right,
Patrick.
that's
Hot
a good
Patrick.
take.
No, but I do. Okay, so looking at Black Panther, probably a trailer. They'll roll out the cast because this will also be the start of the marketing campaign for that. Basically, because Thor will already be out at that point. Ant-Man, they probably show like an image. They might show a look at Stature because we know she's going to be in it, and they'll probably show Kang.
Who is Stature?
That's Scott Lang's daughter, who was a member of the Young
She
Avengers.
gets
in the
big
comics.
instead of small.
Because they've cast like
right,
an
she's
actual
old
act.
now.
They've cast like a fame.
It's big.
Yeah, but she only gets big.
Yeah.
What's she called?
Stature.
She should be called Moose girl.
Big girl.
Good one, Max.
Patrick's was Moose Girl.
What's
okay?
a big bug?
Beatles.
Yeah, but she's not a bee.
Call her the
Spiders.
Beatles.
The Beatles.
The Beatles, plural.
They should call her Miss Grower.
No, that's way worse.
That's so bad.
Anyway,
Miss
but no,
Pig.
they recast that role to be like an actual famous actress, so they'll probably make her like a real.
Do we know who it is?
It's Catherine Newton from Detective Pikachu and.
Was she the-
Freak?
I can't believe
She was the
someone
news
cast
reporter
me in
girl.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You're about as good as that Amon Vellani girl. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
I don't know who that
You're
is.
much better than Patrick.
She's the one who
Watching
plays.
this.
I've
Miss
seen
Marvel.
Patrick
I
act.
thought you were saying I'm much better than she is.
That's what I was, but I'm joking because obviously you're not.
Have you seen?
He's a pro actor.
I'm,
I don't even know
I'm
what
as
you're talking
pro
about.
as they come.
No, but I think they'll roll out that Fantastic Four cast. They'll roll out the director. That'll be the main thing.
That'll be the big thing.
John Krasinski will be the first one out because we know he's
Do you
coming
think
back.
it'll be like in media res? They're like already an established team and all that. Maybe we even already
I
have
think
Franklin.
it's gonna
Richards
be
and all
in the
them.
60s.
What?
Okay,
Why?
because I think what they're gonna do is
I think if it was gonna be in the 60s, we
think-
would have seen them at some point.
I don't think
already.
they're gonna say it at Comic-Con, but I think what's gonna happen is at the end of Ant-Man, because Ant-Man's all about the quantum realm, and that's how they do all their time travel in this
Yeah,
universe.
yeah.
Is they're gonna be like, we've detected 4 anomalies in the quantum realm, and they're gonna be like, who? And then it'll like zoom in on like the screen, and one of them will have a big 4 on their chest, and we'll be like,
Or
ooh, they're stuck in the quantum realm.
That would
alternate
make no sense.
alternate theory. You know how originally they got their powers from random space
Sometimes,
space
yeah.
attack? Yeah. So what if they were 4 scientists who just got stuck in the quantum realm, and then they find them and pull them out,
And they pull them out, and they have powers. now.
Yeah, because that's what happened with Ant-Man's
Mom.
mom-in-law.
They could also that would also make sense.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, but
I
how
think
would they have gotten in this?
'Cause I think-
well, I guess, yeah.
they could have just made a.
because I think what they're gonna
whatever.
do is that Hank Pym knew
Franklin.
Franklin Richards.
Yeah, I think that would be.
No,
Or
if
is
they
it not
did-
Franklin Richards? Reed Richards.
I don't
sorry.
think they could do that because then they would have had to have some sort of like he'd basically be evil.
Who?
He'd be because he would blame Hank Pym for him being stuck in the.
No, I don't think it'll be Hank Pym's fault. I think it'll be like they work together at Shield or something, and they just happen to know each other.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. That seems like that'd be too much.
Because
No,
then
I
they can
think-
they can be friends.
No, I think.
Yeah.
I think here's what would happen. It would just be like, he was another great scientist in Hank Pym's time, but he got stuck in the quantum realm, so he's not like aged as much as Hank Pym,
Yeah.
and he'll just be like, "Oh, that's the famous scientist, Reed Richards," and then they'll be like, "We gotta pull him out."
But yeah,
Something, you know.
I think that'll be the
Something
main
like that,
thing.
yeah.
We know they're doing a Captain America 4. They'll probably officially announce that. They'll roll out Anthony Mackie, and they'll give it a title probably. We know they're doing Doctor Strange 3 at some point.
Yay!
We know they're doing a Nova TV show, but that's probably the Disney Plus day.
Yeah, that's going to be a Disney Plus thing.
They're running out of characters
Not really.
or interesting characters
Yeah.
because they've split them up. And now some of them are worthy of only TV shows, and some of them are worthy of movies.
It'll be interesting to see how this all maybe connects.
I mean, they're supposedly planned the next 10 years, so.
Deadpool 3, that'll be one of the things.
yeah, they
Because
gotta
that's
talk
good. That's already getting into pre-production.
Yeah, that's already going.
And
That doesn't touch anything else they're doing. It's
But it might.
very separate.
he's gonna make references.
Yeah, he's got to talk about the things. He's got to
Half
say
of
his
the
funny
movie
quips.
will be like, ha ha ha! I am a Disney character
Is he
now.
canon? And
He will be.
Sort of. We'll see.
We'll see what they
We
do.
don't know. Yeah. We do. It's right here.
Honestly, I think Max is great for an audio podcast. I think what they'll do is because he's going to be R-rated, is they're not going to let him interact with any of the other characters in the movie. So I think it'll pretty much just be a standalone Deadpool story, and like he'll just pop up in other things, but nothing that he does in Deadpool 3 will actually matter for the other movies that they make.
Yeah, because well, they already did that because they had his thing with Korg, and that was kind of like
But that was like a
trailer or whatever. Yeah.
But really, the only big question left in terms of what they're doing is when are they gonna really reboot the X-Men, and what is that gonna look?
I think that'll be the anchor of Phase 5 because it has. That's the only big cast of main characters they have left.
Yeah, because we're also getting Blade. That's also happening.
Yeah, but he's like a C tier character at best.
Everyone loves Blade.
He's cool, but like he's not a heavy hitter. You know, he's not one of their big characters.
But
It's like if I went up to someone, and was
He's like Shang-Chi. You know, he's like
Yeah.
they might make him a bigger character, but like
well, he's better than
at current he's just kind of a guy.
They're gonna announce Thunderbolts because we
Yeah,
already
because
talked
we already
about
know
that.
about that.
But like they have so many like different directions they're going right now. It's hard to like trace what the main thread is. They did the little multiverse arc, but that's already wrapped up. They have their Thunderbolts one, which is just going to be a movie.
The multiverse arc isn't wrapped up.
Yeah, not
Yeah, it
at
is.
all. Not really.
No, there's still a multiverse.
Yeah, but they're never.
They're not going to end the multiverse.
Why not?
That doesn't make any sense.
Patrick, because that's a giant, like, cataclysmic, like, universe-ending event.
Okay,
Yeah, but
they're-
Loki
they're
season
still
2
gonna make more America Chavez stuff, and her whole thing. Is
So it'll just be in
multiverse.
things.
Yeah, so she can't just end. You can't end the multiverse, or what does she do now?
Punches
She
things
travels by foot on Earth.
She's a regular woman.
No, but like we have the little multiverse arc, but that doesn't seem to have like another clear path forward.
Yeah.
We had the little Thunderbolts thing, but that just looks like it's just gonna be like a normal boring movie.
I
We
think it'll be
have
about as good as Eternals.
what?
It'll be better than Eternals.
We have our spooky division, our spooky characters. We got Black Knight, we got Moon Knight, we got Blade Knight, we got Werewolf by Night. All of our Knight characters.
So Blade will be good.
Which again, 100% my theory is that Blade is a team-up movie.
I think they already basically said it. Well, like it's already set up to be that with all the. Now I don't know if they. I don't know if they want to touch Eternals at this point. I don't know if they'll continue that. But
I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
they'll.
my main
Didn't
question.
it bomb?
yeah,
Kinda.
I mean it did okay.
It maybe didn't lose money.
Yeah.
but
not
everyone
even-
hated it.
But no, it was not well received.
Not even the people that like love every Marvel movie liked this movie.
Or they could pull a
That's how you know it's
Thor
bad.
and use the characters, but just completely change course.
Like, just do a complete 180.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance they might try hiring like a different person to come tackle it,
Write it.
and then if that fails, then they'll just quit with it. But I do think Black Knight's gonna stick around because I think that's already folded into their whole Blade thing, and I don't think he was gonna do anything in the Eternal sequels anyway. So whatever. But in terms of the Eternals themselves, I think they're gonna be stuck in the conundrum of we have Harry Styles, who is like one of the most. Yeah. Well, he was in it barely
For 2 seconds.
He was in it to set up more
Yeah,
Eternal
that's
stuff.
the next one.
And so the question is, they probably already signed him on to like a 5-picture deal.
yeah,
And he's one of the biggest stars
in the
on the
world.
planet.
Yeah,
What was
And
his
you
character?
can't just not.
Thanos' brother,
Yeah.
Eros.
So was he in makeup?
No, it's just Harry Styles with a costume.
But like, you can't just not use Harry Styles in anything anymore.
Yeah,
Well, he was in or he's gonna be in that other movie
The
what's it called?
spooky.
The one with the girl in the place
No,
with
no,
a bunch of the
it's-
guys.
It's like a biopic about some dude.
Thanks, Patrick.
Wow, really good.
I love
Really, but
biopics about some dudes.
That's usually what they're
It
about.
was in a trailer before the Elvis movie.
I agree.
Okay, Patrick. Well, we didn't see Elvis with you, so
Alrighty. Well, do we have any more about the MCU?
no, Sam.
Okay. Is there any more comments?
Don't worry, darling.
Shows we.
That's what we were
That's what we were
saying.
saying.
That's not a music biopic.
It's not.
No.
It's a movie.
That's
That was very obviously a movie.
There's no musical at all in the trailers in any way.
and it's creepy. What did you?
It's like a horror.
I got it wrong.
Patrick is. Patrick? Can you,
Oh
like,
yeah.
tell things?
Nope is that documentary, right?
That doesn't look like.
That's the documentary about Mr. Rogers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he cut his hair. He looks different. Anyway, alrighty. Warner Brothers dials back their Comic-Con presence, so doing the opposite of what
Yes.
Marvel is doing, and for good reason. Warner Brothers will have very little presence on the convention floor. There will be no appearance from any of the CW shows due to the network being sold. And they are still deciding which movies from DC will be present at the con for obvious reasons.
You can guess which ones probably will,
Aquaman 2.
and which ones probably won't.
Yeah, so
Flash
we're not
movie,
going to
baby!
see any of the Flash
Anything
stuff.
The Rock is involved in, they
A ton
will
of that.
show.
Pumping that up.
Yeah, anything he is not,
I
they're
think
gonna
they're-
pretend isn't happening.
Yeah.
They're really gonna hype up The Rock.
I think
Black
it'll
Adam.
mostly be about Black Adam.
Yeah.
I think they're.
He's because they're
Oh, shit, my phone.
I don't know what DC's gonna
And
do.
DC and their Super Pets movie will be either just come out or just about to come
Yeah.
out.
Is The Rock in that too?
Yeah, he's
He's crypto,
yeah.
Dang,
and he's
popping off.
producing it, and so they're gonna hype up that a lot. And then Shazam 2 also comes out this year, which his company is also involved in because
That was a fun movie.
he wants to have because The Rock wants to control all the Shazam stuff. So
Is he gonna?
And I think they'll hype up that too. And I think they'll show a trailer
No,
for
because
that.
The Rock's not that dumb.
Yeah.
The Rock, no, The Rock is like an insanely good businessman.
Yeah.
I would actually be happy to see
Patrick,
him
he
do more
owns a
stuff with-
football league.
Which one?
The XFL, he just owns that.
The whole thing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if he's managing that super well.
They haven't started yet.
To be
Oh,
fair,
okay. I was thinking of the
he wasn't.
the USFL.
No,
Yeah.
that was a failure.
Yeah, that's a bad
Is it a
bad
failure?
idea.
Yes.
Is the final game on today? Or is it on
No,
Saturday?
I think that was.
Their season's still going.
Their finals are
They had like the Super Bowl or whatever.
All right.
USFL finals.
Yeah, we've talked at length about DC. I really don't know what their plan is at this point.
I
They
think
have
they don't
nothing left.
No. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Again, I was gonna say Aquaman 2, but even that.
They have nothing.
Aquaman 2, Flash, and then I think they have one other movie for next year.
I think
Blue
Like
Beetle.
their universe is so screwed.
No.
Like there's no way
It
you
was-
can recover it.
it was bent on the Flash movie.
Which we've talked to death, but like,
Wait, isn't Ezra Miller back in jail, or did they not catch him?
No, they never.
No.
no,
got
they
him.
still haven't caught him.
He's still in the farm
Yeah.
with the kidnapped kids or whatever.
It's weird.
It's not a great
weird.
They,
situation.
DC
Yeah,
probably
if
did not
if you want to know more about that, just Google it. But yeah,
We're gonna call this the Just Google It episode.
Google it.
Sam's gonna
just
be
make a Google
just
it.
make a Google. All right, Sam, please read the list of what will be. at the
Alrighty,
top.
so Warner Brothers is bringing some stuff. We got House of the Dragon, the
Game of Thrones.
Game of
prequel.
Thrones prequel show.
Warner Brothers made. Oh, HBO.
Yeah. Netflix's Sandman. That's Warner Brothers. Why is it on?
That's a
Netflix?
DC thing technically,
Why is it on Netflix?
because it's a Vertigo thing, and then I think it. This was one of those things where it's been in development
Yeah,
forever.
it just didn't get.
And before
yeah,
HBO Max was even a thought, this was sold to Netflix.
that makes sense. Riverdale's final panel.
Because they're going into the final season, Sam.
No, they're not.
Finally,
Yeah, they are. They said
I'm
I really
glad
don't
the
think they
show's
are.
almost done. Should have been
I
done
think
a
they're
long
gonna
time
finish
ago.
it and then reboot it like a day
No,
later.
I think they won't because the cast will never come back.
What do you mean? The cast is not gonna get any of
But they hate working on the show because it's a stupid show, and everyone who writes the show hates themselves.
Alrighty, Jim Lee will host a DC Comics panel discussing future plans, Dark Crisis,
Who's
and
Jim Lee?
and will feature a conversation between Tom Taylor and Tom King.
So that's their comics thing.
Yeah, is Dark Crisis their next crisis?
That's their next big crisis.
They
Yep.
do one every year now. Remember when those were like there was two of them?
They do them like every 45 minutes.
Yeah.
There's either a crossover miniseries between like one line of books or all of them.
Yeah.
Like constantly going.
The DC comics are such a mess right now too. Like DC's whole image is
There's
falling
like
apart.
4 good books, and you gotta like pick them out, and those
Yeah.
are the good. Like the Nightwing, Tom Taylor's Nightwing is really good. His Superman book was okay until it kind of just went off the rails and just turned into a book where Superman goes on to climate change protests.
I think
That's
DC
literally the plot of one issue.
I think DC should just stop.
Batman just had a
And then
major
make
overhaul
things
because they had to replace the writer because he quit. But yeah, they're in a kind of a weird place right now in terms of comics.
Yeah. All right. Gremlin's Secret of the Mogwai is also
That's
bringing
a
that.
cartoon show. That's on
Is it
HBO Max.
CGI animated or is it
Mhm.
okay?
Oh.
They're rebooting that Gremlins. Got to bring the Gremlins back, Sam.
The Warner Brothers Minions right there.
Don't let the IP go to waste.
Ooh,
Can't
none
do
of
that.
the kids that watch it will know what the Gremlins is, but sure.
Cartoon Network will have a panel featuring Teen Titans Go, We Baby Bears, and Craig of the Creek. There are 3 shows.
I think
Does Warner Bros. own Adult Swim?
They own Cartoon Network.
no, Max. Adult Swim airs on one of their networks for half.
Adult
of the
Swim
day.
is a
they
Cartoon
don't
Network
own it.
like thing.
I know.
But I think the big announcement from their Cartoon Network panel, Teen Titans Go,
Mhm.
going into their final season.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
I think that's
like
the
their
only show
they
that
have
makes
going
money
for
on Cartoon Network.
But
and
it eventually will end.
Not. It doesn't really have to.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. What if they go HBO exclusive?
Because they've already announced a spin-off.
What's the spinoff?
They're going to do a whole show just focused on the Night Begins to Shine stuff.
That's really stupid.
But like,
No, that'll have like one episode. They'll air
there's
the
your
pilot.
replacement there.
That's
Well,
another one of
no.
those. The executives saw that those episodes got a lot of views, and now we're making it a thing.
Yeah, that's
No,
why.
That's a
be like-
Lab Rats Elite Force right there.
Yeah, that'll be like when they did Lab Rats Elite Force, or when they did like when they try to do the spinoff of
It's such
The
a deep
Office.
cut spin-off too. Like it's a spin-off of a spin-off, and it doesn't even make
Yeah,
any
that doesn't
sense.
make any sense.
Because those episodes were like well received.
They'll air one
Yeah.
episode and then they'll be
Because
like,
you know how
actually, no one
everyone
wants
hates
this.
the show.
Mhm.
Those
Well,
really
I feel like
episodes
people have
people
turned
like.
around on it now.
I think people are either indifferent or like
No,
at this
people
point.
people actually like it now.
Yeah, there's
seen a lot of, like,
genuine
videos.
That's
fans.
because all of the hate for it originally was just that it
It
wasn't.
wasn't the
It was
original
all
show.
the older people going, "Hey, I like the old."
And it
one."
wasn't great when it started either, because it was a lot of like.
It
poop
got
fart humor.
a lot
But once it just became like the writers having like weird,
weird, funny ideas.
just like weird, strange ideas that make no sense for these characters to be doing,
like
that's when it
the
got good.
when
they
real
made
estate
it,
episode.
when they made an entire episode about renting an apartment
Yeah.
out for real estate equity, that's when it got good.
Yeah, because that was just like actual funny humor.
All right.
Next thing,
Yeah. Adult Swim will also have a panel featuring Smiling Friends,
Gendy
Gendy Tarkovsky's Primal Season 2. All right. Rick and Morty, The Vindicators, and Tuca and Birdie, which I believe was a show that was created by the person who made BoJack Horseman, but like before they made BoJack Horseman.
And now it's
And
getting
it
made
just sort of got...
like it was a bottom drawer thing.
Yeah, it sort of faded into obscurity, but I guess they're making it a proper show now.
I know Smiling Friends is a big hit.
Big on HBO
It's
Max.
made by a guy from Twitter.
I watched it in like a few minutes. It was weird.
Isn't it only like 6 episodes?
Yeah,
in
and
the
each
first
one's like
season?
3 minutes. They're not long at all.
Yeah,
Smiling
they're real
Friends?
short.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if I recommend it or not.
It
It has some funny moments, but it's just generally kind
I'll
of
recommend the
So wait, are these the shows
because Mike
they're making?
Sniklas is in it.
Yeah. Huh?
Are these the shows they're making, or are these like the
This is
people?
what they're going to
These are
talk
what the
about at
panels are about.
Comic Con.
Oh, okay.
So Rick and Morty's The Vindicators is
That's a spin-off.
that a spin-off of Rick and Morty?
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to be
Did they
like.
all die though?
Those are, I think
Yeah,
they're
there's
gonna
only
be
one
shorter
surviving,
episodes.
2 surviving members. I think.
That's
it'll
Rick
just-
and Morty?
I think it'll just take
No,
place
no,
before that.
The Galaxy one and the Oop Noop or whatever.
Oh.
Was it?
Can't kill
Yeah,
them.
the Evil Galaxy. I think it's just going to be a prequel and they'll just be alive. Yeah, the first season of Smiling Friends is only 8 episodes long.
Yeah, it's not long at all.
And they're all like 11 minutes.
And all right, it looks like they're bringing a special screening of Harley Quinn season 3 episodes 1 and 2. So I guess that'll also be a dual
Because
episode.
that'll have just come out.
Yeah, so that's telling me that it's going to be a dual episode release on when it comes out.
HBO Max, yeah.
On
I
HBO
think
Max.
HBO Max does
Or are they just gonna dump the full
3
season?
at a time and then go. That's what they did for Young Justice.
Yeah, they did do that, and then they just went one a week after that. Warner Brothers games will showcase Gotham Knights and Multiverses,
So 2 big.
and I think
turds.
Multiverses will also just shadow drop that day because it's supposed
Isn't it
to.
already out?
The
or is it
open
in
beta
beta?
is out, but it's supposed to release this summer.
People
so
actually like the game.
it
Or like
has
the
a fairly
concept.
positive reception
Yeah.
so far.
No, Gotham Knights does not.
Gotham Knights does
Gotham Knights,
not.
no
People do
one
not
cares
like
about.
Gotham
They're
Knights.
not going to talk about Gotham Knights at Comic Con because I don't even think that show's real.
Oh, the show. Yeah, no,
I
that.
think it's a joke.
Yeah, no, that's never gonna be
That's
made.
a tax write-off.
Yeah. All right, what is the next one?
Lee Winnell. So we're at a Comic Con now.
At a Comic Con. Next thing.
Lee Winnell, who made The Invisible Man, the last one that everyone likes, and he made the movie Upgrade, which everyone also likes.
The 17 people who saw it.
Yes, he's going to direct the good version of Venom, as it's also called.
Yeah.
He's going to direct The Green Hornet and Kato.
Whoop whoop! Everyone
Movie
knows
for
the Green
Universal.
Hornet.
Sam, you will love The Green
Did
Hornet.
they make one of those with Seth Rogen?
They did, yes. They did do one with Seth Rogen like 10 or so years ago. It might have been even
I
longer.
don't know how you
than
make
that.
this now because the original was like very racist.
Yeah, kind of was.
And also,
Well-
no one, not a single person
Also, there's
knows the
no
Green
demand
Hornet.
for this IP at all.
Sam, it's an IP, and that's what matters.
But no one, you know how normally the bit is like, do you know the name? Like most people don't know the name
I
actually.
think they know like the name. I don't think they associate.
Some people are
anything with it.
vaguely aware of its
I think if you
existence.
go the Green Hornet, they're like, I think I've heard of
That
that.
Eddie Murphy movie from the early
they'll be like-
2000s.
Oh, I saw him on the CW.
Was it Eddie Murphy? Who was in that movie?
Literally, only the
Green
people
Hornet,
over.
it was Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
people
but I thought Eddie
over
Murphy was
40
also in it.
will know.
No, Eddie Murphy's not in the Green Hornet.
Oh well, I thought he was. Anyway,
The last one came out in 2011. It was Seth Rogen, Cameron Diaz, David Harbour was in it.
The movie was
David
David
Harbour?
Harbour was in it.
Christoph Waltz was in
That
it.
was a truly terrible movie.
Yeah, it's
What else
not
has
known
David
for its
Harbour
quality.
been in?
44% on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see. It bombed at the box office. Well, it didn't bomb, but it didn't make any money.
So some would call that
It
bombing.
was bad.
No, bombing is like it lost like $150 million.
Yeah, but I feel like if it made no money,
It was originally a movie serial in the 30s,
so that's how you know it's.
so obviously it's got a great amount of brand awareness.
I've watched the whole serial.
Why?
You a big fan?
Yeah, why?
Because it's on YouTube.
Oh,
Because
it's free. Alrighty, John Williams.
Oh, there's more details for that.
Oh, for
The
the
script has already been written by David Pope, who's actually a really good screenwriter.
Okay.
And the studio is going to fast track pre-production after a final deal with 1L is reached.
Interesting. Okay.
Yay.
Because Invisible Man was a Blumhouse thing,
Yeah.
and so it made like $90 million in profit.
I'm gonna read
Okay.
the next thing.
So
for them.
they like him a lot.
Yeah. John Williams will retire after he finishes the score for Indiana Jones 5. Didn't he say this about episode 9 also?
He does, but I think he's going to actually do it this time because he is
He's like
91 years
Yeah.
old.
Sometimes Steven
He
has
needs to
come back.
retire, honestly.
Honestly,
I love his music, but it's... Dude.
It's time.
at
time
some-
to- it's
he's
time to
90
chill.
years old.
He should just like write a ton
He
of
also
random
wrote the
stuff.
Obi-Wan theme, too.
He did?
He wrote the opening theme.
That's cool.
He didn't write anything else. That's why the other parts stopped.
I think
But the
For-
girl who did the music also did Loki, and Loki was so good, the music. So I don't know what happened.
I
think
think it's because she was trying to like emulate Star Wars
No, I don't
themes.
think so. I think it's because she abandoned every Star Wars theme was the problem.
I think it was like
The
I think,
last 2 episodes were fine. It was like the first couple.
but I think for Loki she was like allowed to like write whatever she wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you go to Star Wars, there's like
They're like,
they only let you make one thing.
Make this vaguely like how people want it to be.
Yeah, they're just like, can you just make a John Williams score? And they're like, but I want to make my score. And they're like, but people want John
Well,
Williams
that's the
score.
thing is like when they did Mandalorian, it was different, but it worked.
Because
It wasn't. It
he
wasn't
made a score that wasn't just a John
Well,
Williams
that's
score.
because it had characters we'd never seen, right? So it could be new. But now we're dealing with characters. we
Who did
know.
the score for that? He does the score for everything. Ludwig Göransson, yeah.
I
He
think
made a Ludwig Göransson score, not a John Williams score.
if I were John Williams, I would just spend a year writing like tons and tons of music,
But it also-
sell
was
it all to
very
Disney,
Star
and then
Wars-y at
retire.
points.
Yeah, just write like a million just themes.
Yeah.
and then just sell it to
And
Disney.
then just like, you can use this one in episode 10 or whatever, whenever you decide to make
Yeah,
it.
but when you have established themes for characters, you gotta use them. Like we heard the Vader theme once. We heard.
Did we hear was the Vader theme used in Rebels? Okay,
Probably.
then yeah. I was gonna say maybe they were like doing the like with the
No,
hyperspace,
it's like-
save it, but if they already
Do
used it
you
in Rebels,
not
like what's the
own
point?
The theme to Darth
Yeah,
Vader?
it was kind of awkward.
No, yeah, so he said the reason he's doing it is because, like, these movies take so long to work on, and he's old at this point. Like, that's
He can't do it.
not
now.
really worth
Yeah.
the commitment of time. And also, Harrison Ford said he's retiring after Indiana Jones 5.
That's
So he's like, well, if Harrison Ford's going to retire, I might as well just retire with him.
yeah, that all makes sense.
So
I
it's the
understand
end
all
of an
that.
era.
Retiring buddies.
If only Spielberg made this movie.
Yeah.
No.
Alrighty,
This movie's gonna be bad.
probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think
I don't
Harrison
have a
Ford
lot
is
of
I
faith
think
in
it's going to be okay. Like, I think they're going to sell it as this, like, grand finale, but I think it's just going to be, like,
Do you
mediocre.
remember
Yeah.
what happened in the last one?
The aliens sure showed up.
Nuclear refrigerator.
Nuclear refrigerator.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Mutt Jones.
Moving on to the reviews for this week, we have.
Sam, this episode has only been 40 minutes long.
Yeah, I'm really tired.
What did you do today?
Yeah. Let's tell us what you did today.
I don't
Sam.
want to talk about
Tell
it.
the audience what you did today. And why you
committed several
why you couldn't
felonies.
be at filming for the movie.
Admit to Patrick what happened.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what happened, Sam?
We can talk about it later. So Lightyear came out.
Big beef. That's the episode today.
Ooh, big McBeef. And I ate a Big Mac today.
Why would that be the title? What?
I'm tired too.
If McDonald's started selling the Big McBeef, we came up with it first.
It's just like the mini burger buns and like a
No,
giant
no, no.
patty.
They just get a McRib, and then they just take out the
Double
sandwich
it up.
part.
2 McRibs on top of each other.
in the tiny little buns.
Okay, next thing. Lightyear.
Lightyear.
This
we saw
movie is so
2 weeks
it
ago.
was a
so
movie.
confusing, like conceptually speaking. Just
So
doesn't
this,
make a lot of sense.
for context, this movie is not doing well.
Yeah.
It opened in its opening weekend. It opened in second place behind a movie that came out a week before it.
Top Gun.
No, Jurassic World. And then
Oh no.
it's dropped to I think 6th or 7th place in its second weekend, dropped like 68%. It's not doing well. There's a lot of reasons. Chief among them that people probably don't understand what this movie is.
Even though it tells them in the beginning.
Very haphazardly.
Yeah, but
Just,
even
like,
with that
slap that on
explanation,
it.
it still doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
I think they slapped that on like a week before the movie came out.
Yeah.
It's because they tested it with audiences.
And
And
they
they
were probably
retconned
like,
a lot of stuff that we already knew about Buzz Lightyear for some
for
reason.
no reason, because they just didn't need
And I'm
to.
so tired of the twist villains. Just give us a villain. Why can't the villain
Why
just
Yeah,
be
can't
I've
Zurg
searched
just be
and
that
Zurg.
evil man?
Yeah, why is he got to be spoiler
And why
alert?
can't you just
Yeah.
hold with the twist that was a joke from a movie that came out 20 years ago?
Yeah, that was already a twist, and it's like
Now it just doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
now it's just dumb.
Especially since that toy, based on the ending of the movie, would have canonically been from after the movie ending and would have known that he wasn't his father. So when he says that in Toy Story 2,
doesn't make
he's just
sense.
been like, no, it isn't your evil.
So
version
much of
me.
it just doesn't make sense.
But anyway, again, I hold the theory that if they just animated an opening sequence where you saw Andy from Toy Story 1,
Playing with
like, put Woody in his backpack and go with his mom to the theater, and then he just sits down and he looks at the screen, and then the movie just starts playing.
that would've made-
100% people would have understood.
everyone
would
would have got what was going on. Yeah,
But no, because they were like, it's because they want it to be separate.
yeah.
When really they probably should have just leaned into it a little bit more.
Because they were obviously setting it up to do more of these, probably.
They want this to be its own franchise.
Yeah.
But if
They did the Woody's Roundup thing. That was like a short, and that was good.
Yeah, but that's a short.
Woody's Roundup.
But I think they obviously went, we want to make our own like space, like our own Star Wars, basically, with
They own
Pixar.
Star Wars.
And we went, okay, well, we have this Buzz Lightyear character, and we can kind of build the universe around him, so we can make our own space saga. But then they were like, well, we don't really want it to be that closely tied to Toy Story, so let's have it be this, and let's like do this, but it's still Buzz Lightyear, so we have to add a reference in. And so there's like random like little references to things from the Toy Story movies in the Lightyear movie, which canonically takes place in their timeline before Toy
I
Story
think
happened.
they're running out of ideas and they went, hey, Toy Story. Oh, Buzz Lightyear, make a movie.
Like there's a bit in Lightyear where they're trapped in a big laser cone,
Yeah, because
which
he
is a
mentions
reference
it.
to Toy Story 2 when
See,
he's
that's
under a cone.
they chose to focus on like the weirdest, most minute details and ignored all of the like biggest parts of the
Yeah,
character.
they took like the parts that we know, threw those out.
Yeah,
He didn't even have his karate chopping action.
and like Buzz Lightyear's character in the movie, like the Toy Story movies, is nothing like his character
Yeah.
in
this movie.
In this movie, so like, why do they behave so
And
completely
it's like
differently?
It's the confusing premise, and I know this was memed on Twitter because they hate Tim Allen, but I do think Tim Allen not voicing the character made it worse because people maybe thought he was a different character.
Yeah,
And I think just even having that voice as like a connective
Why don't people
tissue.
like Tim Allen?
he says a lot of political things on Twitter people don't like.
Next thing.
Yeah, so they replaced him with Chris Evans, who says a lot of political things on Twitter. They do.
But even Chris Evans was like, I felt the whole time like I was doing a Tim Allen.
Yeah,
impression.
because obviously that's what you would think.
Yeah,
he did 4 Toy Story movies.
Yeah, you can't. It didn't make sense why they did that.
It
Yeah.
was just really weird.
And it was just weirdly marketed. It's a weird movie too. It's like weird and confusing.
It's too complicated for kids, I think.
Yeah, its own world physics don't make a whole
Yeah,
lot of
because
sense
kids don't
either.
understand time dilation in space.
Yeah.
Well, the movie really
Like-
doesn't understand time dilation either.
Yeah, like that's not really how it
Yeah,
works.
it didn't make the movie was
And-
flawed for a lot of
And like
reasons.
the whole thing could have been avoided if Buzz Lightyear just waited a second to like go up with the big ship. Like there's so many just dumb plot holes and stuff. In
And
the movies.
also, there is one thing in the movie I do like a lot, and that's how at the end of the movie is when he gets like the normal Buzz Lightyear outfit that he would have then, like that the toy was then based off of, and I was like, yeah, that would happen with all the action figures would be based on the outfit from the first 5 minutes of the movie for no reason.
Yeah.
That's the only
you know
part I
what's
like.
really funny is so me, Sam, and Nick went to the mall, and then we went to Target one day, and we saw the Buzz Lightyear toys.
Yeah.
Right next to the Buzz Lightyear Toy Story toys.
Which
And then I was like,
conceptually, again,
just
bad
makes
plan.
zero
No
sense. Because, I mean, they have to make toys for the movie, but it doesn't make any sense that it's different from the toys from the movie
yeah.
that had the toys in it. It's so dumb.
Some more variations.
Yeah.
And there's also not a lot to the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... there's
It's
not a lot of
very
substance.
restrained. Like you'd think for a movie about space rangers they'd be exploring space.
No,
they don't
they're
go
on
anywhere.
One planet.
They're like marooned on this one planet for the whole movie.
That's what I hated. I think what they should have done, instead of them immediately going to the planet getting stuck there, they should have had like either like a montage or like a 10, 20 minutes of just him in the female.
The movie should have
Captain
just been
whatever.
Space Command battling Zurg for control
Yeah.
of the galaxy. That's like all they needed to do. Very simple. I don't know why they chose to pivot so hardcore into like this Interstellar
I think
knockoff.
probably would have been a better idea was instead of him like stuck on a planet thing, you could still even work in the time dilation a little bit.
Yeah.
Have him like start command is fighting Zurg,
Mhm.
and then Buzz Lightyear goes on a super secret mission to help take him down.
Yeah.
Time dilation happens. He comes back in the future. Zurg's won, and now he's got to round up a team to go take him out. But now this time they're the underdogs, like something like that even.
Yeah,
But
like
it's-
it was so lame that like Buzz Lightyear's almost his whole career was just stuck on a planet. Like he watched all of his friends die, or like his one friend die.
Yeah.
He watched
Yeah.
like that's like just so sad.
Yeah, the movie spends
It's very the tone is so
all over the
weird.
place.
inconsistent.
Like it's
Yeah.
not happy fun
'Cause it-
times,
yeah.
and it's not like sad.
There are jokes.
weird.
There's levity to the movie, but it feels off.
Yeah, and
There's a few good jokes in there.
and it's like the whole first like act and a half is just like this super sad is the time dilation stuff, and then by the time they get to the second act, which is like him and his like new friends, that doesn't feel like fleshed out enough,
Yeah.
and they kind of speeds through it, and then at the end it's just like a big spaceship action
And-
scene.
Like so at the end of the movie, they're like, Buzz, you get to choose your team, and obviously he chooses his friends, right?
Yeah.
But they have had almost zero character development, and they've done
I
pretty
mean,
much
other than
nothing.
Hawthorne. Hawthorne's the only one with a character arc out
A
of the group.
little bit, but really all she does is just go into space,
But that was her.
which was like
hang-up,
fine.
yeah.
But like none of the other characters got anything, and
Yeah,
it just
one of them
felt
just hides an event,
it just felt really rushed.
Yeah.
And it
and
was
the ending
like,
is
oh.
really forced.
Yeah,
Because they needed to make him a Space Command guy by the end.
Yeah.
And they were just like, and the government shows up, and they're all cool now, and they're
Everyone's
gonna go on a
actually
mission.
super chill.
Yeah, and they're super chill, and now they have their cool suits with laser guns on their arms, and the movie is now over. Goodbye, and we're making a sequel.
Yeah, it
the
didn't.
only good character that I liked was
They set it up for
It was
one.
very impressive.
It's a Pixar.
Yeah, it's Pixar.
There's some good humor. I like Socks the cat.
Yeah,
He's funny.
Socks is a good character.
I do think Disney's probably gonna learn the wrong lesson from this. They're gonna go, okay, all of the Pixar stuff needs to go to Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm worried that that's going to be the
when
reaction
when
too.
has Disney ever taken the right hint from something?
Very rarely.
Very rarely.
Sort of
Almost
the
never.
Mandalorian, kinda. But then they took it too far.
Even then,
Yeah.
then they made Boba Fett.
Then
See-
they made the Boba Fett show, and they went, but people love the Mandalorian, so can we just make it more Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Just keep
The problem
making
is-
the
is that
show
it's-
the same way.
It's a double-edged
Don't
sword,
want anything
because if you
more.
go to Lightyear movie and it gets popular, Disney's like, oh, we need to release movies in Pixar movies in theaters, but also we should make more Lightyear movies. But if you don't go, they're like, oh, we should make more Lightyear movies, but we also shouldn't put Pixar movies in theaters. So it's like either way, you kind of lose.
I think it 100% hurt this movie that the last 3 Pixar movies have gone straight to Disney Plus, and this one didn't. And I think that is confusing to people because now they've gotten years to 2 years of Pixar movies at
Yeah.
home, and now they're expected to go out and pay for this one, and they're like, why?
They need to be in the theaters.
They should have just been to. I get why Soul wasn't,
Yeah, because like
but Luca and Turning Red 100% could have gone to theaters.
Luca,
and
I
they just
think would have
didn't.
been
Yeah.
really good in
Soul-
theaters.
Soul was in theaters, was it not?
No, it wasn't. Released straight to Disney
best one.
Plus.
Soul was
was-
the one I wanted to see.
Yeah.
in theaters.
That's the best one they've made.
But
in
the problem is
last,
that
like,
kids wouldn't really
decade
understand
or so
it.
of Pixar movies.
Well, they made Coco, right? That was good.
Coco was good. Well, the ending of Coco was good. The beginning is really boring.
Honestly, I think Coco is overrated.
Okay, so they have...
To me, it just feels like Pixar has like there's no balance anymore.
yeah.
It's either they've either gone like too heady and basically just made like an adult movie that is like just hesitant to do anything
Soul.
adult.
That's just animated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightyear was not that good. Turning Red was not that good. Luca was okay.
Turning Red
Soul
was
was
okay.
like really good.
Yeah.
Onward was not.
Onward
good.
sucked. Onward was awful.
Very bad.
I saw that
Toy
in
Story
theaters.
4 was very mid.
Yeah.
didn't
Incredibles
watch
2
it.
was not good.
Bad.
Coco was very good.
Cars 3 is an
Cars 3 was
all-time
pretty
masterpiece.
good, actually. Yeah.
Cars 3,
Finding Dory was average. It was a sequel.
Mid again. The Good Dinosaur is the worst movie they've ever
So
made
bad.
by far.
Inside Out was really good. Monsters University was good. Brave was good. Cars 2 was a
Brave was
masterpiece.
Cars 2 is the worst Cars
okay, so
movie.
yeah, they were like all bangers.
Except for Cars 2.
Except for Cars 2
Yeah.
and Good Dinosaur.
No, but
And then after the Good Dinosaur things got goofy.
No, it was like
I think it was yeah.
I think Good Dinosaur might have been the turning point when they started having a lot of more misses.
But I think the big problem is that there's no balance. They're not good at like getting the good like emotional like adult stuff in there, and then also having an entertaining kids
but that
movie.
literally used to be what they were.
They were best at, but like now it's either like Lightyear or like Incredibles 2, which is like wheat bread, like kids movie.
They feel a lot more commercial than
Yeah,
they used to.
and then or they make like Turning Red, which is like a film student's coming of age film that they've just happened to have the
Yeah.
resources
I
to
at least
animate.
appreciate that they're not just making sequels all the time. I
But
mean,
all
they
of their
are.
original movies are the ones going to Disney Plus.
I know, which is sad.
Yeah.
Which is sad. Like Soul was a
They had
phenomenal film.
they had
Phenomenal.
they had 4 original movies in a row.
Turning Red was also very obviously meant to be seen in theaters, like
Yeah.
with the scale of the end.
Yeah, but like they had 4 original movies in a row, and practically all of them went straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It's
Because
so
Onward
sad.
only played in theaters for a week
Imagine
before the
working
pandemic
for
hit.
And they
this
kept
studio.
not telling them until like a few months
Yeah.
before release.
Just imagine you spent like a year working.
No,
on
more
your-
than like 3
on-
years.
Yeah, on your 30 seconds
Uh-huh.
or however much time you actually got,
Yeah.
and then it either gets cut completely from the movie, or it's not even going to be shown in theaters. So it's like, I worked on this thing that a lot of people aren't going to see.
Hey,
But,
you know what I realized isn't on the docket? Lyle Crocodile the movie, guys. It's coming out,
Oh,
okay?
we did miss that
We
one.
did miss
Is
it.
that what even does that mean?
Lyle the Crocodile, you know the book?
No.
About the singing crocodile?
No.
Well, it's about a singing crocodile and they're making a movie out of it.
We
All
got a
right.
year.
And it has the mom from Fresh Off the Boat.
That's good.
We got a year till their next movie, Pixar's.
Do we know what it is yet?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's called Elemental. And
wonder what
that
it's
one
about.
will be in theaters for now, but
We
you never
assume.
know.
They might change it after Lightyear.
Maybe they can turn it around,
Yeah.
or maybe they'll just rip off Avatar. We won't know.
Probably that.
Okay. Anyway, we
On
barely
to-
actually talked about the real movie, but Lightyear not a recommend for me.
Yeah. It's okay.
I don't know. I think it'd be a
decent.
good. I think it'd be a good movie to take your kid to.
I think
your
with
kid
the
would like
state
it.
of the American economy and the amount of movies coming out, I think this one is one you
Yeah.
can probably skip.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Go see
Save your
that.
gas.
Right now,
Go see Minions instead.
No.
All
We're
right.
going to see Minions.
go skip
Unfortunately.
Jurassic World, skip Lightyear.
Stay at home.
I
Honestly,
haven't seen Elvis yet.
It was good, but like
but not a kid.
Go
or
see
no.
Everything Everywhere All at Once again.
Yeah, go watch that. Alrighty.
For all those parents out there,
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
that sucks.
Series wrap up.
Sam, supposedly the end of the show. Although we'll see.
hopefully.
They'll probably
Hopefully the end.
I
of the show.
think this was the strongest end to any of the shows they've done on Disney Plus so far.
like all of them.
Yeah.
Loki's up there for me.
Maybe Loki.
Loki
Well,
wasn't
Loki
an end though.
didn't end.
Yeah, there's a season
they're-
two.
Yeah, no,
that
I'm
they're getting
sticking by
six.
that. I'm sticking by that. The middle of the series, probably some of the worst Disney Plus we've ever seen.
I don't know. I really like the Mandalorian season 1 and 2 finales.
Yeah.
They were good, but they didn't have just the raw, like the
Season 2 of Mandalorian.
Okay, but you.
I think
saw-
what-
Finale of that was.
I think what made the finale
yeah
of
with Luke
Obi-Wan.
and everything that was really really hype.
No, but even like everything before that
Okay.
in the show.
But I think
this
that-
one- let me talk.
yeah, I'll let you talk.
Fool. Now in this one, it was you started off the first episode, you're like, okay, we'll see where this is going. And then the second one, you're like, ooh, we'll see where this is going, a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And then episode 3, you're like, oh boy, this is downhill fast. No, bail
Yeah.
now. And then episode 4 was like barely better. And then episode 5 and 6 were just bangers.
And I think what made this episode so good is that it's kind of like a conclusion for Obi-Wan as a character for like at this time, I guess, because it's like
I haven't seen that much raw emotion on the screen.
and it's like I
we
love
don't
the
see a lot of raw emotion in Star Wars because
No.
it's full of characters who have no personalities.
like the best part by far about this finale was Anakin going, "I'm not your failure, Obi-Wan," or what his that part, like
You
what he
didn't
says
make
there,
me-
like you
Or
didn't kill Anakin, I did.
Yeah.
Like I think that
Just the
that's what
lighting of
made
the
this just
scene
so
with the
good.
mask, the parallel with
the voice.
the
I like
parallel
that.
with the Ahsoka scene as well, where it's number one, it's the other side of the mask for one. So I like that alludes to both Ahsoka and Obi-Wan were able to like
tear 'em
break the
open.
mask, but only Luke could take it off. I think that's a powerful image as well. I do think Obi-Wan is like mega amped to like an absurd degree
Yeah.
in this
That,
fight.
Yeah.
that is my biggest problem.
Like
with this
to the point where
The
he's
fight was
doing
kinda
telekinesis on a level that only Rey has been demonstrated doing before.
I have two big problems with the finale. Kind of 3. One is the big silly until like the end, the big silly Obi-Wan Darth Vader fight, where like he's lifting a million rocks in the air,
That's really the only part I
and
had a
it's
problem
shot
with.
like a fan film.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan has a chance to kill Vader again and doesn't
But he
take it.
he did the lightsaber thing though.
He did the pose. Also, the geography of that fight is
Yeah, it
like
doesn't make all
stupidly
sense.
off. They're at the opening of
Yeah.
the big field, and then they cut to like supposedly 4 seconds later, and they've walked like 7 miles into the big spiky forest.
All the new planets in this series are stupid.
Well, no, they
Yeah,
were
all the volume.
they were like right behind the rocks.
But
where the
that
ships were.
opening scene where Darth Vader walks up, Obi-Wan's there, the moon is setting in the background.
I think if it was like on a different planet that wasn't like a million giant rock spikes and the sun's down and the dust is like, if it was just like a little bit smaller scale, because then you'd had that personal touch at the end, and you kind of mash, and then you kind of line that up with like a smaller, a little bit more intimate setting. That would have
Should have
helped.
done it on Tatooine.
Because it was a
Sand.
giant spiky field and like a giant normal field.
Yeah.
You needed to like close that in a little bit, give them a little bit tighter space to fight in. It also helps with the geography of the fight.
I think the first part of the fight was fine,
Yeah.
but when they cut back and it's like, or like when Obi-Wan like pushes out of the rocks and he's like,
Vader needs to do a way better job at making sure that people he kill are dead.
They both do.
Yeah.
Everyone in this show,
Everyone just leaves
nobody,
people.
everybody is constantly about to die, and then none of them die.
Yeah.
But
Well, you gotta have stakes.
I
There
think
weren't any though.
I think
Well, I mean,
my
you gotta have
least,
That's how
tension.
you
Not
get rid of stakes,
Not
is by doing
stakes,
that.
tension. You gotta have tension.
but
I think my least favorite part of this finale
You knew everyone lived.
was the dumb Reva redemption, because like it's not even that they redeemed her, it's the way that they did it.
I don't mind it.
I actually thought that made sense for her character. I didn't have a problem
But
with
it's
that.
like, I'm gonna go kill this kid. Actually, I didn't kill him, and that makes me a good person.
I think
Like it was just like,
No, but that wasn't her being fully redeemed. That was just her like beginning her journey.
that was her being like, maybe I won't
Yeah.
to kill
as
anymore.
far as Reva, I went from not liking her very much because she was like just Obi-Wan, and it was kind of annoying. But I don't know. Towards the end, she was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
she
see what
got
they do
better.
with her. I like her,
Her plan
character.
didn't
I
make a
just
lot
don't
of
like
sense,
that.
but the way her
No.
character evolved made a lot
That's
of sense.
my other problem, is that her plan in this episode makes even less sense. It apparently it's just, I'm gonna go kill Luke.
Well, it's
How is
obviously
that
to-
good?
I
Is that
thi-
gonna affect
No,
Darth Vader?
I think it was. It was to get revenge on Darth Vader.
Okay, but her plan is to go murder his little boy that
Who he doesn't
know
care about or
exists.
know about.
But keep in mind when he did when Darth Vader did learn Luke existed, his first instinct was to try and get him to join him.
But I think
he still very much loved Luke. That's why he was able to turn him. But like if Reva had done that, that would have drastically
I
changed.
do think it would
how
have been
things
like
played
weird
out.
though if like she just showed up with like his corpse and was like, Luke, this is your son that you didn't know you had, and I killed him, and he'd be like,
I
are you sure?
Well, he would have been able to sense it.
Okay.
He would know.
Yeah, he can't since anyone he kills is dead.
I like that
Yeah.
Aunt Beru got a line of dialogue.
Yeah, that was good.
A whole one.
I really
whole
like how their
one-line.
plan is just shoot Reva,
Well,
That was a good
are
plan.
they gonna
What
do?
else could they
Call the
possibly have
Run?
done?
run away.
Into
I
the
mean,
desert.
where?
To
I don't know, into a
nowhere.
cave.
Their house.
Where she
Something.
can still find them. She found their house
She can also run.
what hope
faster
is
than they can.
What
'cause
hope
she's
is
got the
there?
force.
Well, yeah, but if they run before she gets there,
And I don't know if it's Deborah Chow,
We didn't see any helicopter
Or-
lightsabers.
the cinematographer, but I don't. The shots, the way the lightsaber duels in particular are shot is like fan film worthy. I don't
Yeah,
know if
it
it's the
wasn't great.
costumes. They're all like too spinny. Like the camera's shaking.
It's moving too much.
They
And
Yeah.
they're like flipping their lightsabers around.
They didn't look like prequel or.
It's because it's
sequel.
on the volume,
Or,
so
yeah.
they have to make up for a lack of scope with motion.
Yeah, they're just like everything's just like moving
Well,
too
a
much.
lot of this show was shot blue screen, not even the volume.
Well, some of it.
Most
a
of
lot
it was volume.
I know, but like that one planet where Leia's like fallen and Obi-Wan's like, ooh,
Yeah, the big,
That was all blue screen.
yeah, that's the best looking planet.
Yeah, that was the biggest
It's
one.
because it's not a big
They're
circle.
like, oops, we spent the whole budget. We're sorry.
That's my other question: is how much did they pay Ewan McGregor?
A lot, obviously.
It had to have been a lot
because then they
and
'cause
Liam
this show looks
and
much-
Liam Nielsen.
because this show is
Well, he was only at,
shorter
like,
than
20.
is shorter than the Mandalorian, but looks like a million times cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know how that
they
happened.
used the whole budget on Ewan McGregor.
Because he's also an executive
Even
producer.
Boba Fett looks significantly
Yeah.
better than.
Because he's
Obi-Wan
also an
did.
executive producer on this, which
Even
make
Boba Fett didn't look as good as the Mandalorian.
Yeah, but that wasn't my point.
still.
So this one just looks the cheapest of all the Disney.
I think he
Yeah.
got
I liked.
20% of the budget.
I still think that this was, as a piece of Star Wars, like if you just take it as a piece of Star Wars, like history, whatever.
Content.
I think this is the most hype finale of any of the shows so
Yes.
far.
I thought it was fine.
Because we knew that that's what it was building up towards. That was the only reason the show was made.
For that one scene.
Was for that
it
one
worth
scene.
it.
I thought that was
so
cool.
And it
I
was
thought that
such
was
a
cool.
it was such a gut-wrenching scene. It was totally worth it. In my opinion.
And we watched it at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I liked Liam Neeson's cameo, but I found it.
I thought that was super funny.
I found it kind of dumb that he was just like, "Let me guide
They
you," and then he
also
just disappears.
retconned his thing. Remember in the Yoda Chronicles when he goes to
The
Dagobah?
Lego show.
What was it? No, the part in Clone Wars season 6.
Oh, his little journey.
Yeah, I think that was called the Yoda Chronicles. I think that was like a subtitle that they had for it. But there's a part where he's talking to Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon said he didn't fully master the technique, and so he wasn't able to manifest as a ghost. I guess he just figured it out while
I mean,
he was
yeah, he could have
a
just figured it out,
disembodied
I
voice.
guess.
No, canonically he did figure it out because he teaches. That's how Obi-Wan learns to do it. Is that Qui-Gon?
But he learns it from Qui-Gon's voice, not... He wasn't a ghost, but yeah.
He could figure that out.
Also, this is something I learned today. The outfit that Obi-Wan is wearing at the end of the show is the same one he's wearing in that comic book that was made in like 2017.
That takes place where he's like fighting like.
Yeah.
I did love it. That one, I laughed when Qui-Gon showed up.
Yeah, that was
kinda
done not
dumb.
very
He was
well.
just like, "Hi, it's me, Qui-Gon."
I like Liam Neeson, but he
That
was
way
just
to
like,
build the hut, Obi-Wan.
he was just
Bye.
like, go down this very obvious path.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
He didn't help him at all for the rest
that
of the
was
show.
just we know they're gonna talk more.
No,
That's
but
implied.
That was the place where Anakin did the pod racing.
Was it?
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Great.
Was it? I
No.
think
It
was.
might have been. I don't know.
I just
Was.
thought I just love the idea that like Obi-Wan was constantly needed help for like 5 episodes, and then when Obi-Wan's like, "All right, I'm gonna build my house there," Qui-Gon shows up and he's like, "Yeah, build your house right there," and he's like, "Thanks, Qui-Gon."
All right.
I
guess
just think
that-
it's funny.
I guess that's
Alrighty,
it
and
for
then
Obi-Wan.
rumor time.
Oh, do you think they should make a season 2? And will
No,
they make a
no,
season?
No, I don't think they will.
That doesn't make any
honestly.
sense. Please don't.
They will, but I don't
think
want
they
them.
No,
might,
I think
but-
this was an
Did
ending.
you hear what Kathleen Kennedy said? She said there were no plans for a season 2, but now that people liked it so much, we'll definitely explore.
I think they might do like a Jedi Underground Railroad thing. But
I think
I
that's-
don't know if Obi-Wan would be in it.
They
That's
should
I
not
think
call it Obi-Wan. They should call it the Underground.
Revo.
Railroad.
it'll be Quinlan Voss.
That's fine. I mean, we haven't really seen him.
It'll be
in much of
Quinlan
anything.
Voss, and Reba will show up to help as part of her redemption.
Okay,
And maybe Ventress would be in it too.
She's dead.
let's wrap this up.
Yes, but
No,
she
no.
dies with Quinlan Voss. At the
Oh
end of
yeah, in
that
a
book.
flashback. She
The
could
title
Yeah.
of the show should be called For Wade, and it was just. You remember Wade? You remember Wade
No.
from episode 3 or 4?
Who's
When
Wade?
they were like, when Wade died, and they were like, "Oh no, Wade!"
Oh, the guy on the speeder.
Luke's friend.
No, the guy on the speeder who shot up the
Immediately gets
Inquisitor
blown up.
castle and then he dies and then they escape.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, rumor time.
Cal Kestis might be getting a Star Wars live action series on Disney Plus.
Weird, and why?
I don't think this is true. I think they'll keep him
That's
in the
what
games.
the game is.
I think he might show up as like a side person in some stuff, maybe, but I don't think he'll ever.
You don't-
Disney
cast-
gets money from the games, right?
Yes.
I'm just making sure, cause
You don't-
Because then why would they make a show?
You don't cast Cameron Monaghan and then have him play a character who looks exactly like himself, so that you just don't use him in real life when you need him to play the character.
Yeah.
So if he were to show up, Jedi Underground Railroad stuff.
That would make sense.
He's
But again,
around.
he would be a side character.
He's
He
around.
wouldn't be the main guy, I don't think.
But he could show up.
He could show up, but again, that's what
He
I'm
could
saying.
show up and he go, "Hi, it's me."
Hi,
it's
Speak,
me,
I
The
know.
thing you remember.
Is
Yeah.
he one of those guys who's standing in the background? And it's like, I know him. I know.
No, he'd have to
him."
be
For
like
all
a,
the gamers.
It would be like a guest spot. Like he would show up for
Gamers
an
res
episode
up.
and like help him find a magic box and then
Yeah.
like Luke Skywalker in
Fallen Order.
Boba Fett.
And both, yeah,
They'd like
show
go to a.
up, speak
Once.
a couple lines, and then sit in a tent.
I'm a
Yeah.
CGI man.
All right.
I am made of
They'd like go to a hut and be like, "Hi, I'm Cal Kestis. Here's my dual-bladed
Is there
lightsaber."
is there anything else for this week?
No, Sam.
Oh,
You can
Fortnite.
go to sleep now.
Fortnite.
Alright.
Hold on, guys.
Is
Is
Hold
there
on,
any
guys.
Fortnite things?
Fortnite is still a game. All right.
Alrighty.
Show's over.
How long is it?
It's an hour.
Has it been a fortnight since our last?
It's about an
Fortnite
hour
news?
30. This is pretty normal.
It's been a fortnight since our
Alrighty,
last
bye-bye,
episode.
Thank you.
everybody.
Wait. Did you already end it?
No, it's still going.
Okay, great. Thank you, everybody, as always, for listening and watching to the show. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can also listen to the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and wherever else there are podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at McDonMedia and on Instagram as the same thing. We also have a clips channel with nothing on it yet, but there will be clips on it at some point. Whenever I get the episodes uploaded and I have the ability to make clips out of them. Thank you and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.